Just thinking about everything though, like I will be honest, I do like the new changes that it have made the Fortnite. Like it's a lot fewer. Like the I don't know if I like the
Fortnite.
thing about the last circle though, cause like the last circle plays so.
I love it though. I love it,
Oh my
man. I
god!
ain't gonna
Oh
lie, man.
my
I love it. Guess what? I'm tired of going to the last circle and someone already got a big ass tower up there. Alright, just peeping over and sniping and shooting on rockets. That's all
Hey,
I'm
that's
saying.
true.
That's all
But
I'm
look
saying, bro.
though, but every
What up?
time
What
we
up?
done got to the, we have made it to the final circle.
Jay Prince was
Like
good. Yeah.
we done made it to the last circle. Like every time today, we
Yeah,
made it
yeah,
to the
yeah.
last circle. But the problem has been, like when we get there, they don't even look at nobody else. They concentrate on us. Now, it could be because I have a black knight and he had the red knight.
I'm
It
just saying.
could be
I
that.
would have shot y'all asses too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We talking about. We got a few topics. Kawhi. We talking about
Yeah.
Isaiah. We talking about Butler. We got a few things to talk about, man. And of
Hey,
course,
appreciate y'all
we
coming
gonna
through,
need y'all
man.
in the chat as well to
Yeah, so
hit us
what
up,
the format that we're gonna try to go with is we're gonna go
man.
for about 45 minutes to an hour, just going back and forth on stuff, and then the last 30 minutes we just gonna answer questions in the chat. So if you got
Yeah,
questions in the
man.
chat,
What up? What up?
if you have something to, yeah, if you got something to add, go ahead and add whatever you got to add. But if you have a real question, save it for the last 30 minutes. That's
Most
all I'm saying.
definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah,
Most
but
definitely.
yeah, you're right though. You're right though. You can't just sit in the last circle and just chill and
Yeah,
be like, all
man.
right.
So far, I like the changes, man. I like,
Hey, the game is actually fun again.
yeah,
That's what I like. Like
yeah.
they really concentrated on it being
You
fun.
know the
And
problem I have now with Fortnite. Now I
was
learn
it?
to build.
Yeah, and building that is
They
relevant.
give people that
Yeah,
Tommy gun to shoot my shit down. So I'm
yeah.
building and people ripping my shit down, bro.
Hey,
I'm like, yo, I spent the entire season 4 learning to build. Learn to
yep,
build. Playground came down.
yep,
I went straight to the playground by myself, putting in
yep,
hours, learn to build. Then guess what? You don't get as much mats, and
yep.
they're destroying that thing fast as hell, bro. Alright, so but I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm still having fun though. I'm still having fun though. You know, as I said, Fortnite is a good place for me to go and play and die and don't give a shit. I really don't care
Right.
how good I am in Fortnite, bro. I do care, but I really don't care. 2K, I lose, I
Right.
feel a type of way, bro.
That's true.
I'm not supposed to lose in that game, but you know, um,
Yeah, I feel like I'm never supposed to really lose in 2K.
yeah, yeah. I'm using
Um,
Builder Pro Malik. I am, no doubt.
if I do lose, if I do lose, it ain't supposed to be often. Maybe once per session. It's supposed to be like a 30-to-1 ratio. But
Yeah,
Fortnite, it's in a good place right now. I really feel like I feel like the way that they got it right now is the carts are fun as hell.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The little go
They
karts.
got that from of course Mario Kart, which is
Right, right, right. Oh yeah, yeah, with the drifting and everything. So that's
um,
fun. You got the portals, so you don't have to worry about down to the storm as much because you
yeah.
can go somewhere remote, loot,
Yo,
and then you can
that's a great dynamic to the game, though. Those
yeah,
portals, bro. Those
yeah.
portals, man.
Because they
We
not
gonna talk
overpowered.
about
Because
Kawhi, bro. Don't worry about it. We
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah,
Kawhi.
we getting into that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we getting into all that. We just
yeah,
letting people come in right now. But
yeah,
yeah, I really am digging it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
yeah,
feel like I
yeah,
feel like it's in a good spot right now. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, man. I'm just saying, bro. Right now, man, as I said, I'm a 2K head, and everyone know it, man. 2K better take notes. They better take notes, man.
Speaking
Fortnite
of
keep
which,
coming with new
like,
stuff, bro.
dude, I keep saying like okay, 2K is basketball, right? It was good, King. So it ain't but so much you can do. But dude, they can put out new hats every week or every couple of weeks. They can put out new clothes. They can put like people were wearing. They can put skins in 2K. People were buying them joints, man, because people were buying like when Halloween come, what happened? People buy all this stuff. When Christmas comes, what happened? People buy all this stuff.
When Parker
When,
After
when
Dark come, everyone was wearing glow shit all over the place.
exactly. So they could think of some skins. Those skins don't have to be basketball related. They could even have masks. Like you can have
Yeah,
different
man,
masks
we
or
will,
whatever.
bro. Yeah,
They could even put out a mask that look like Steph Curry. Put out masks that look like NBA players
come on,
and
bro.
just You know what I'm saying?
They
Like
do
if somebody made a
something,
particular face last week, and you'd be like,
something,
"Yo,
bro.
JaVale McGee shot in the food face or whatever." Like they can do all this stuff. It's so much
Like
stuff that they can
new
do.
celebration dances update
Yeah,
them on a regular basis and stuff like that.
right.
Come on, man. Look how much money people spend on emotes in Fortnite
Emo, right.
and
Update the
stand
dance.
around dancing and shit.
And y'all, they already boasted they got the best mocap, so just do that. Just use it.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, man, like we said, let's
Let's get
let's get right into
Let's
it, bro,
get it,
man. We got
man.
people
in
people
here.
saying this
People in here.
is not basketball. This
Yeah.
is not basketball talk. Listen, man, we
Make sure y'all come in first before we start the conversation, man. Y'all come on, man.
Exactly.
And don't forget to hit the like, man. Like the stream, man. Share it. Y'all know how it is, man. We trying to get this going, y'all. All right.
Right.
So let's get it, Jimmy, man.
Hey, listen, man. Right from the beginning, what we're gonna say is we're gonna talk about. Oh, let me tweet my stream out real quick. We're gonna talk about Isaiah Thomas getting traded to
What
Denver.
up?
Not getting traded to Denver, but getting signed by Denver, and they're only paying him about $2.3 million a year. Now, you know, I think it's 2.3.
Yo.
What, bro? Why you looking like that,
Yo,
man?
listen to me, right? This is why I will always say I will never ever support the corporations ever. I don't. Everyone
Ever.
asks me, bro, you got a favorite team? No, I got favorite players. I always separate
That's right.
myself because yo, Isaiah, bro, I said it before. This dude
You
played
said it.
when his sister died, my guy. Died. Then he got injured.
Played
He got injured.
Mhm.
Then he played, bro.
early. Played
He
earlier
gave
than he should have.
everything. And guess what? The fans love him. Oh, Isaiah, yes, yes, we love you. You're the greatest thing. Guess what?
As soon as you can't do it no more, you old news, baby.
You injured? Bro, Kyrie up. You know what? We going to add Isaiah to the list of people to trade.
Yeah, now they like Isaiah who? The fans, everybody
The
like
fans,
Isaiah who?
everybody. Ain't no fans was crying for Isaiah. Nah. Guess what? We got Kyrie now.
That's right.
This is why I can't even take
He's an
fans
upgrade.
support. Yeah.
He's an
what I'm
upgrade.
saying?
Yes.
So every time I hear this shit, like, oh, this player's supposed to do this because of loyalty. The fans ain't even loyal. What?
Yeah,
What
these
y'all
hoes ain't
talking
even
about?
loyal.
What are y'all talking about? But loyalty.
Right.
What? I better do what's good for the bag to feed my family.
That's it.
Y'all
Right.
talking about, man?
This man was on track to get a max contract this year, at least over $20 million.
Max.
And now the only deal that he gets is 2.3.
Now he's the sad story of the NBA, bro.
Right.
He's the sad story, bro. Everyone right now is
Because-
saying, I hope he returned to 100%.
He's
Right.
a sad story in the NBA because he tried to do what everybody else says do, be a warrior.
Try to be a
Not
warrior
like Boogie, not like Boogie and Kevin Durant, but
and play that
be a
out.
warrior, play through it, come back. Listen, now you see why players like Boogie are like, I'm gonna go somewhere where I can take my time because they rushed Isaiah back. Now they don't want to pay him.
Exactly. Come on, man. Like, yo, where's the integrity, man? Guess what?
And
He ain't got none. Ain't got
Yeah,
none.
LeBron was like, get Kyrie out of here. Okay, I can deal with Isaiah. And then somehow they didn't know that he needed the surgery or whatever. They agreed to it even though they knew he had to have the surgery. And then
Bruh.
they got fleeced. Everybody that came in that trade is gone, cuz.
Bruh.
Y'all got fleeced.
Everybody, man.
How you let Danny Ainge fleece you like that?
And you know what's funny, bro? They always look at the athlete like they should be loyal. They should do the right thing. Like, I heard someone was complaining about players not telling organizations that they're not going to resign or they're leaving. I'm like, you know how many players, bro? How many players found out they got traded by Twitter? Someone on Twitter knew before them.
Right.
They found out on Twitter. They home watching the news and found out they got traded and like, okay, man, come on, bro. I ain't never gonna support the organization, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Isaiah is a perfect example why. I've seen it happen.
Exactly.
I've seen it happen on the college level, and NBA. So I mean, it is what it is. It's all business, bro. It's all business. That's why I like LeBron, bro. LeBron, LeGoat James, set the standards for having full control over everything.
Yeah, he set the standard. It's like, oh, the Cavs. LeBron's supposed to sign with the Cavs for a max contract for $6 million, blah blah blah. And he's like, nah. There's a caveat. We don't have to sign. I can sign a 3+1 with a player option to get up out of here. And then what happened? Melo did it. D Wade did it. Chris Bosh did it. Everybody else did it. And they become an unrestricted free agent at the end of that term. And what happened? They all became unrestricted free agents. They took control of their careers.
Come on, bro.
Chris Bosh got all the money he's supposed to get, still trying to come back. They're like, yo, don't even try to come back, player. I commend Chris Bosh for trying to come back all those times, knowing that he could have not walked off the court one of those times. I wouldn't have done it. I'd have got my money in quick.
Did LeBron James' agent say it's not about the rings, it's about acting in Hollywood? Of course, the agent didn't say that. But
of course.
I don't know where y'all got that news from. But and that leads us into the Kawhi, bro. The Kawhi situation. Everyone bashing Kawhi. And of course we heard that the Rockets are really interested in Kawhi. Really interested. Guess what? The Spurs, I'm sure, gonna jump at that shot because they want to trade DeRozan. Who's on a long contract right now. They want to trade him to the Spurs for Kawhi, who only got 1 year left and says he wants to go to LA. Come on, man. Come on.
Listen.
A lot of people are mad at Kawhi. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Even my wife was mad at Kawhi. She be hating on Kawhi all the time.
How you gonna be mad at somebody trying to take control of their career?
Because she a Spurs fan. So she felt some type of way, bro. All right, and of course I'm happy and chewing because I'm all for the athlete. All right, so yeah, a lot of them only hating on Kawhi. I'm like, you're damn right. You see what happened to Isaiah right now? Yeah, Kawhi was like, yo, these doctors that y'all got, because I'm telling you, bro. Yo, when I was in school, right?
I know.
Doctors for the school. Yeah, they got you back a little bit. Guess who backs they got? The coach wants you out there. They gonna rush you out there. They'll be like, nah, he good enough, man. He could tough it out. What? I'm in pain. What?
And they love that when you can just play through the pain because you can't hurt it anymore. You're not gonna injure it anymore. Well, that's fine. I tore my ACL. They bound it back together. I'll never tear my ACL again. I'll break my leg before I tear it again, right? This is what they told me. But my thigh and my quad weren't ready. I had no calf. I had nothing. I had to rebuild all those muscles, and they had to learn how to use the new ACL. Yeah. And they're like, well, you can't hurt it no more. No, because then I'm gonna strain a calf. I'm gonna have knee problems the rest of my life.
It started affecting other things. Exactly.
I have hip problems the rest of my life. I have ankle issues the rest of my life. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not about to do that. And that's what they say. Of course you're not hurt. Of course you're not gonna hurt.
Yeah, they gonna fill you up on meds too. Bro, when I was playing, bro, I was filled up on meds, bro. I used to be playing on meds. I started, man, I ain't gonna lie. After feeling that pain and you take a few meds, you ain't feel nothing, you definitely gonna be addicted to it. Because guess what? Yeah. This thing is gonna make you feel good, bro. What? Man, they gonna get you an addict way before they try to really fix the problem, bro. I'm telling you, man, like this, man,
I never felt so good in my life, son.
Hell yeah. Damn right. Give me some more of this. Give me some more of this, man. I'm straight.
Why you think like those guys, they get used to feeling like that? You have pain. You get used to feeling no pain. You get used to pretty much feeling nothing. Yeah. And you now you're alone with your emotions and stuff. And then all this stuff come back. You off the team, you done. You can't get the medicine anymore. Now you alone with your emotions and pain. And that just compound like, dude, why you think them dudes be either dying or killing themselves after they get through their career sometimes?
Can you imagine Isaiah right now, bro?
how bad he
Can you
feel.
imagine right now? I know most fans don't think about that. They team good.
Yeah.
All right, cool, whatever. We'll make the trades
Right.
because they like pawns to them. They're not human beings.
Right.
You could imagine playing one of the best seasons of your life, Jay. Best
One of
season
the
of your
best
life.
seasons of my
You're about to
lifetime.
max out, right? You're about to max out.
Mhm.
Then
Yeah.
your sister died.
Yeah. She get that. She died.
You crying as hell on the court before you say, you know what? I'm gonna tough it out for my team, yo. You know what?
Right.
They love me here.
Now, as players, we know that it does make it easier to do something that you love when something bad happens. Like I could not be alone with my thoughts if my sister died.
Bro.
I would have played. I would have played the game too.
So
I probably would have gone off like he did, but I would have played.
Hey, you went and play, right? Your team loves you. Everyone's supporting you.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, yeah.
Right. Because he probably had been alone, and feeling sad for days.
Yep.
Let me go out here and get some love from the crowd.
Yep.
I definitely would have played.
Man. Then right after,
played.
in the same playoffs, you got injured.
Mm-hmm.
You got injured. And now you like, the team loves me. They support me. You know what? I'm going to tough it out for the team. I could barely walk, but guess what? Give me that man. I'm sure he was taking some shots to play those games.
Of course.
Ain't no way he was playing without taking shots.
Not with the hip later. No, not with the hip.
Ain't no way.
No.
So he was definitely drugged up to play those games. And then, all right, now off season, all right, y'all gonna take care of me. Did what you gotta do. Work it out. Try and straighten up.
And what they say, oh yeah, Isaiah, your contract up at the end of the year, but Kyrie got 2 years left on his.
Kyrie up for grabs, y'all. No. This is the office. No, look at it.
He got more.
This is the office. Yo,
oh yeah.
Kyrie up for grabs, yo. Who can we
really
offer them? Isaiah. First, imagine that. They forgot everything Isaiah did. Yeah. Everything Isaiah did, they forgot. You're like, yo.
They had the Birdman hands and the Stevie J face going.
Yeah. Yo, Isaiah, bro. We could definitely. He's a liability now. Yo, he's gonna cost some money. He probably ain't gonna play this season, right? Because remember the deal that they made with the Cavs first. They had to change it because when the Cavs actually had their medical team look at Isaiah, they was like, nah, y'all gotta show something else in this deal, yo. All right, you remember that? So they already looked at him and knew that, yo, he probably ain't gonna be 100% this season, man. He a liability. We could have Kyrie just fall in for him now, man. Yo, put Isaiah in that step, bro. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But and people still want to talk about, oh, this is my team and I'm loyal. Man, stop. A player should be loyal. These players are this, these players are that. Like, really? Nah, bro. That shit weak, man. I'm sorry.
Exactly, B.L. Flowers. That's why Kawhi don't want to be a part of the Spurs. He knows his body. When you hurt that quad, that's like, okay, let me tell you the truth. When you turn and run and do everything in basketball, football, baseball, whatever, your hamstring and that quad are the most important things that you got. The front and the back of that muscle. You tear a hamstring, you're not doing a whole lot. You tear that quad or you do anything to that quad, the quad is all of your torque. When you stop and turn and pivot and, change direction, that's everything. If your quad goes out right up here by your knee, guess what's next? The ACL next. Yeah. Because all the pressure gonna go to the ACL. He's like, you're not gonna rush me back. I'm not coming back until I'm ready. And sometimes, and we know that hamstring sometimes is a whole year injury. And we know that quad pull is like a whole year injury sometimes. And it's rare. It's rare, but depending on how bad it is, it just is what it is.
What even annoys me more is when fans are talking about, oh, he's soft, he should play it out. Most of them never had an injury in their life when it comes to being athletic, bro.
Listen, when you turn your ankle, it don't count. A turn ankle don't count.
Shit.
Walking down steps and turn my ankle. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't count, man.
Normal, right? It's normal for me right now, to be honest. All right. So
breaking a finger, breaking a hangnail, or hurting your wrist, all this stuff doesn't count. We talking about think about this. Like most of us use our brains at work. Imagine having a brain injury and then they tell you to go out there and perform. Now you suck it up. Their body is their tool. Imagine if something happened to one of my fingers and I couldn't use it for a while, and they telling me to suck that
and
up.
Not only that, you're about to compete against some of the best athletes
on the planet, some of the smartest people in the world, and you can't think it.
That they know. Well, they know. Guess what? Isaiah coming with this bruised hip. What do you think they're gonna be attacking?
You attack that leg. Sorry.
That's what we were taught, right? We were taught that in basketball. Yo, this dude injured. We have a scouting report before games. All right, this dude does this dude does that. But guess what? He got a tweaked ankle, his left tweaked ankle. So you could attack him to that side on that left ankle. That's what they teach us, bro.
What I tell people about people be like, I say, listen, man, anybody can do anything in high school. When you get to college, they got a whole scouting report on you, dude, and they got film on you. Yeah. So the person, it's up to you how good you want to be on defense or whatever. You look at his tendencies. Like they got a whole scouting report that says he goes to his left every time and comes back to his right. So he's always gonna come back to his right. Just stay on the right side.
They know everything.
No matter what he does.
The team you play know everything. I remember he had a time I went into an arena. They were screaming my mother's name, bro. They were screaming. I was like, how the hell y'all know that? And they were like, yeah, because I was leading in offensive rebound. They were like, nah, you don't get no rebounds today, bro. Nah. And they was calling my mama name, bro. I was like, really, bro? Like, really? All right. So they do some serious research, man. I'm telling y'all, man.
They look at
all the
weakness,
man. Everything. They know your tendencies. They know everything. All right.
No matter what happens, stay on his left side.
Exactly.
If he beats you going right, we'll live with that. Exactly. But do not let him hit one coming back to his left. Right. That's what they tell you. They tell you everything. They look at everything. They tell you. They tell you when he got a timing mechanism when he shoots, he taps his foot. If you can get on top of that foot and don't let him tap it, he'll miss every shot. They know all of that stuff.
They got people looking at that.
Yeah.
Like
and you think about how good these NBA players have to be. They know everything that they're gonna do.
That's what I'm saying.
And they still
people only know the physical part. They don't know that they literally got to study this in plays and not only your plays, the other team plays and the whole nine.
Right.
They think Rondo just calls out the other team play because he naturally gifted like that. Nah, he's studying.
When you see him coming off that double screen baseline, that's a decoy. It's really going to the top wing, trying to be there. And he read the play and get the steal. That's how Chris Paul gets steals. He reads the play and get the steal.
So
it's not because
it's not that easy of a game that people just look at it and say, tough it up. Oh, nah, bro. You going against some people know your every weakness that is coming there to expose your weakness.
And this is a man who makes his money on defense. So if they know that that left quad is bad, they're gonna attack him to the right because they know he has to. You got to push. It don't make sense, but if it's left quad, he got to push off to stay with you going this way. He won't have anything going
call
that
my
way.
Mama's name, bro. I know, man. I know. But the thing is, I play good when people talking trash, though.
Yeah.
I play good.
I perform better.
Right,
I
perform because better. I like talking trash too, man. But it's all good, man. But I love Kawhi, bro. And we moving to Kawhi, and we talking about Kawhi and Isaiah, as you all see, because
right.
These things kind of go hand in hand by how Kawhi moved this year. That I loved how he moved. He was like, I'm sitting out, I don't care what none of y'all say. Oh, the Spurs organization got some of the best doctors. Well, not for me, bro. Not for me.
Right.
I'm sorry.
You're not. I'm 27 years old. You're not going to shorten my career. I have this much time to get as much money as I possibly can. Only 1% of the world gets to do this. Why would I rush myself back? I'm not going to do it. It's just like Boogie. Boogie could have sat out this year and got himself right, but he might as well get paid and get a ring while I'm getting paid to rehab, and oh, by the way, I might win a championship. Like, you can't even be mad at it.
Someone said in the chat, so explain this then. If his injury is as bad as he and his camp is saying, then what team would sign him for a max contract now, knowing his squad isn't good, and he keeps having exactly. Now this is what we're getting at. He had an injury first, right? But when he continued playing on it, it got worse.
Right. It got worse.
It got worse.
No, so he shut himself down. Down. And now he's going into this season.
Yeah, that's we're talking about Kawhi right now. We're talking about Kawhi.
He probably feels so disrespected that they tried to rush him back last year. He almost we don't know how bad it was. They probably almost ended his career. Let's just say it was that bad it almost ended his career. So that happened. Now he's like, I don't want anything to do with these because these doctors are fugazi. I can't trust them.
Facts.
I don't know what to do. So now I'm out. I want to go somewhere else. I might be healthy, I might not be healthy. But guess what? I know if I show that I'm healthy, that may make them, that may up my trade stock, and then I can't go where I want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
But one thing for certain, two things for sure. I'm out of here this
year. Exactly.
So y'all can do whatever y'all want to. You have to pay me this year, but I'm out of here next year.
Yeah.
So you can either trade me and watch me whoop y'all ass, or you can lose me for free.
Fact.
And I'm willing to sit out. I ain't got to come back.
Like, he went so far as that. Because, I mean, he already, as I said, you already see what happened to Isaiah. Isaiah was the one that played on the injury, and he got worse.
Right.
It got worse.
And now you signing the minimum
And now,
contract.
guess what he getting? 2.1 million?
2.3. I think it's 2.3.
What?
Well, he was slated to make almost 30 million.
Is that
this year.
below the veterans minimum?
Veteran million, like 1.3. So the $2 million is.
It's close. Come on,
that's why
bro.
you can't. That's why I'm
Come
like,
on, man.
You're
right.
You can
never... No team is gonna sign a max with all these complications. But guess what?
Right.
Isaiah should have protected himself, but nah, he was thinking. The team make you think that they got your back.
They do.
But too many times players find out it's all business, bro. And you got to protect your assets. You got to protect your assets, which is your body.
That's it.
Right. Your body.
That's your tool. Your body is your tool.
It is.
And the thing is, like, if you look at Kawhi, let's look at Kawhi, like we're saying. Nobody would sign him to a max contract. But he may be ready to go right now. But he just got such a bad taste in his mouth by how the Spurs tried to rush him back.
Yeah.
And now he sees clearly what's going on. He's like, nah, we're not doing none of that. I'm out.
Yeah.
And so now he's like, I'm out. And he might be ready to go. I'm pretty sure he's ready to go right now. Or he's going to ask whoever is there, let me ease myself back in. Either way, he ain't going back to the Spurs. And somebody will sign him to a max contract because I'm pretty sure he's going to show that he can play, that he can still play. Is what I feel like is going to happen.
I believe so, most definitely, man. All right, let's move on to Butler now, man. Butler.
Yeah.
Butler, I know there's been some rumors that Butler wasn't happy with Cat and them. Well, he's actually showing it now because he's not signing the extension with the squad, bro.
Right. He's not signing the extension. He did say that he really doesn't like those guys like that. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't see why, though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Because he's gonna make a lot of money there, though. He's gonna be making a lot of money. And he's gonna be the vet on his team. He's getting a lot of playing time. He says Cat and them is not as passionate enough, but that's
correct.
He got to guide that, though.
The thing is, you are the leader, you the veteran. Those guys, they feel like they got time. It's up to the veteran to make them feel the sense of urgency that we got to win now. It's just like with the Falcons when they went to the Super Bowl and they almost won. And some of those guys was rookies. They probably think we're gonna go to the Super Bowl every year. You may never get back there. You may never get as far as you got last year again. And like we say, 38 years of the NBA, only 11 teams have won titles. They tell you right there that your chances of getting back are very slim.
Yeah.
Very slim.
Unless you're LeBron, but...
Yeah. Wow. Really?
What? I was just seeing something normal. I
was saying in the last 38 years. But anyway, however many years the NBA been around, only 11 teams have won title. In the last 38 years. So, that just lets you know right there.
But
what you may not never get back there. But you can get back there, but he ain't won. He only tasted it. Well, he's been there 12 times. He only tasted it 3 times.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is, man. Damn right. Oh my God.
Hey, that's tough, man. You can get back there, but you may not win. Like, listen.
Right.
And what is his excuse? What? Boobie Gibson, Damon Jones? You can't win with Boobie Gibson and Damon Jones?
All right.
What's
So
up, man?
where do you see Butler going?
Where do I see Butler going to New York next year with Kyrie? They didn't already talked about it. They keep saying that. They keep saying that he and Kyrie are going to New York. They love playing together on
New
Team
York,
USA.
though?
New York got all the money. New York has the Porsche God. They got I'm in full on skip mode right now.
All right.
Skip.
So if I got anyone in New York, I don't want to offend y'all. I do not want to offend y'all, man.
But you're gonna have an elite one. You're gonna have an elite two. When have an elite four.
When have New York had any winning culture?
94, when Patrick Ewing and that team went to the finals and got their ass whooped.
That does not sound like a winning culture to me. That was the year Jordan missed, right?
Yeah, Jordan missed.
No, Ewing had a one shot to win the championship because Jordan was controlling the NBA. Jordan said, "You know what? I won't give him like 2 years.
I'll give him 2 years."
Bruh, really? That's where he want to go to win?
Hey, it's just like when you tell people that the New England Patriots
this is what I'm saying.
Don't have a winning culture.
You can't complain about these dudes not being serious, and then you make a decision that's not serious. I can't take that decision serious, bro. I can't. You going with Kyrie that doesn't want to win either. Kyrie had a winning situation. I'm with LeBron. You know LeBron's going. I got LeBron. We're gonna get there. I never won without him since he came.
Correct.
We in the finals. We competing. But guess what? I won out. So he's showing. This is the dude you're saying that he wants to team up with to win. And then he's complaining about Cat not being serious about winning.
Listen.
Nah,
I'm just reporting the news, man. They're going to go to New York. They're going to have a winning culture. They're going to have a great point guard. They're going to have one of the best. They're going to have this arguably the second best 3-and-D2 guard in the league. You're going to have, probably 3 if Kawhi plays, the 2 this year. Who knows, wherever he goes. They're going to have the Porsche guard. They're going to have Enes Kanter not playing no defense, but he can hit mid-range jumpers all day long. All they need is a legit 3, which is going to be Carmelo Anthony coming back or Kawhi. They said they might be able to get Kawhi. Get a legit 3. Boom.
Yo,
we back up, baby.
That whole thing you said is so far-fetched, bro. That's just so far-fetched. From the beginning to the end.
Matter of fact, Clay gonna be a free agent this year. They're not gonna be able to keep everybody. Clay go to New York, get a max contract. We're gonna max out Jimmy Butler. We're gonna max out Kyrie, and we're gonna max out Clay.
Yeah,
we got 2 years. We got 2 years left on Enes Kanter. I think 2 years left on Porsche God. Rookie contract.
Kanter can't play no defense.
And 2 years Enes. It don't matter. Best defense, Sasha Pavlovich. Best defense is my offense. My offense is my defense. Sasha Pavlovich. Let's go. Let's go.
This is what you can't say with a straight face, bro. You can't say with a straight face, bro. I think Butler should just sit his ass, get his money,
yeah,
bro.
And Kevin Knox there too. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? New York is about to turn it around.
Kevin who?
You know where everybody going
Kevin
next year?
who?
Kevin Knox, baby, the rookie. Hey, listen, everybody's going. New York, nights and summer, I'm telling you, that's where everybody going. It's where dreams are made of. I'm going to New York.
Oh my God. Really, bro? Really? No.
Hey, listen, man.
No,
4 max contracts, baby. Listen, get it.
Oh, you say Phil Jackson messed the organization up, man. That's the PG version I'm giving you right now. That's the PG version. All right.
Oh my God.
if Kyrie goes to New York, then you're a Knicks fan. What? Really? For Kyrie? Damn, bro. All right, I guess. You know, Kyrie injury, it has been lingering for years now, and it's getting worse.
Do you know that Kyrie
so be
Irving?
Careful on that Kyrie thing.
Fun fact: the last full season that Kyrie played was in high school. He has literally been injured every year since his freshman year at Duke.
Every year.
Just like Chris Paul has been
better be careful. Yeah, better be careful, man. Tyler's not clickbait, but we spoke about Kawhi.
Yeah, we already talked about Kawhi.
All right. Now, you know we can't put everything we speak about in the title. I don't know if I have to tell you that, but you know.
But the recap, they're talking about Kawhi might go get traded to. We do got to talk about that part. So what were we at just now though? New York. Yeah. So I don't know how Jimmy Butler's gonna say that, but then he really ain't serious about the team. He's trying to go play with somebody who pissed and moaned to get out of his contract to go to another team too. So you got two people, and so what if y'all don't get along up there? Then what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna
piss and moan and leave again?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I mean, especially after Jimmy Butler was gonna go to Cleveland, and he was lobbying to go to Cleveland. What LeBron said: "Nah, player, don't come to Cleveland." They probably beat, if they keep Kyrie, they got Jimmy Butler, and they got LeBron, they beat that Golden State Warriors team. They beat them.
That's a good three right there.
LeBron kept those guys in those games by himself. If he had even had Kyrie, they probably beat that Golden State Warriors team. That's why a lot of people are not. That's why Magic feels confident that they could probably win against these Golden State Warriors because LeBron is able to keep those guys in the game by himself.
Yeah.
So if he got one or two more people, anybody else to defer to, they can probably win.
Yeah, facts. I don't mind if you're a fan though in the chat. I don't mind if you're a fan, bro. If you're a Kyrie fan, good man. He's probably one of the most, effective offensive players in the league, man. So 100, but that's if he could stay on the court. I'm just saying. If he wasn't injured the first time, they would have got 2 rings. All right?
I'm a Chris Paul fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't forget to like the stream, y'all, man. If you're all in here, make sure like the stream. So
I'm a Chris Paul fan through and through. I feel like he's one of the best point guards.
I think so.
I think so. In the league, but I know he's going to get hurt. You can pencil him in for at least 10 to 15 games a year.
Guaranteed.
I don't know why.
And in it's the
just
playoffs.
Like with Shaq. Yeah, it's just like with Shaq. Shaq, you could pencil Shaq in for 30 games a year. He just wasn't going to play him.
Yeah.
I love Shaq. You don't find a bigger Shaq fan than me. Shaq was going to, 30 games, he was either going to phone in or just not play. You could put 30 games a year. And when I mean phone in,
you got some players like that. No doubt.
Yeah. And Rondo, your guy, I feel you.
So yeah, I'm a Rondo fan. I'm a bigger Rondo fan than CP3 personally.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, be careful with that Kyrie thing that y'all throwing out there. If you look smart, Boston got the best general manager ever.
Danny Ainge.
Don't think Kyrie might not get traded. Don't think. He don't know he's probably gonna lose Kyrie for nothing. Don't think.
Right.
All right.
That's true.
Come on. Don't get too comfortable. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I like Rondo. Best PG in the league is Rondo.
I ain't gonna say the best PG, best pure.
Pure point guard. I could put him up there. I could see that. I could see he or CP3 switching it up. I could see that, to be honest. Scoring point guard though, we got a lot of scoring point guard now, bro. The league changed so crazy right now that point guards want the most shots, and
right. That's how it is.
Yeah. So, right now,
it's kind of like when we were talking about. It's kind of like when we were talking about one thing we talk about, then we move on. Well, like when I was talking about, we were talking about through all NBA history. When I'm thinking about point guards, and I'm not a prisoner of the moment. I've never been a prisoner of the moment. But if I was starting the team and I wanted to pick a point guard throughout all the NBA history, I would probably pick Steph because that's the most dangerous point guard I've ever seen play the game. He ain't the best. He ain't the best.
I don't like
He's
Steph.
not the best. Yeah,
I don't
he's
like
not the
Steph.
best passer. He is the best shooter. He ain't the best dribbler. He ain't got the most all this and that. He ain't the most fundamental. But that is the most. He ain't the best. He don't play defense. But he is the most dangerous point guard I have ever seen play the game. And you can literally put anything. Like if I'm going to put a team together, I can put any team. I'm like a perfect team together. I can put him at the point guard position and feel like, yeah, it's gonna work because you can't step off him. Like he literally pulls your point guard to half court almost. So now you got all this space for anything else. I can put Kareem with Steph. Kareem gonna see single coverage. I can put Shaq with Steph easily. Shaq inside.
You could put Shaq in Steph for sure because when Steph get beat, you could definitely put Shaq.
You stepping down? Shaq was a good passer. Kick it back out to Steph.
That's the thing with Rondo. I don't think you could pair Rondo with everyone because he's not a shooter like that. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So in terms of spacing the floor.
Ooh, J Kidd. Oh my God. I love Jason Kidd, but I would pick Steph over Jason Kidd too. Jason Kidd's ability to control the game.
Yeah.
This is where like 99%. He hadn't had no knees since his senior year at Cal. Jason Kidd ain't had no knees since his senior year at Cal, but
he played like it. He played like it.
Yeah, but he plays 90% of the game right here, and you can't stop Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd might be two. He might be number two, but just because Jason Kidd might be the most complete point guard I ever saw. Like just complete, just like. But I have to think about that. But I'm just talking about dangerous, you compare Jason Kidd with just about anybody too, because you could kick it out. Like he was one of the worst shooters ever. And he became the third leading three-point shooter in NBA history. So especially on that kick out. His shot
was definitely a set shot. No, nothing to it.
Yeah, he was Ace and Kidd for the first 3-4 years, but
as a PG.
Steph or Magic. Magic was dangerous, but he ain't as dangerous.
Jason Kidd had no shot, bro. Go check the stats in NBA history and check out 3-point shot. He had a shot, bro.
He retired the third most made threes in NBA history. When he retired, he was number 3 on the list. He might have been number 2 on the list when he retired, but he passed Reggie Miller. So I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Exactly.
You don't get there without being able to shoot.
Exactly. Fact. They say Steph Curry's a 2 guard that plays point guard.
He might be.
I think he's too small for the 2 guard though. He's too small for that 2 guard. 2 guard, you're going up against people at 6'6", like James Harden. Ain't no way Steph Curry could get in James Harden's way of doing anything. No. James Harden likes to score, so he will go 50 every time he travels Steph Curry. All right, so I think he's too small for the 2 guard. So he is a point guard, just that he shoots a lot, and he does pass the ball. He's a good passer as well. All right. So he got no defense. Nah, of course not. So most definitely, bro. All right, Mike Bibby, man, I watch Mike Bibby. Wait, man, listen to me. Mike Bibby can't come back. He big as hell though. Mike Bibby too big right now. That way, let me tell you something, right? When you play basketball, you gotta have a balance between muscle, and being lean.
I struggle with that.
You cannot be too muscular to play basketball. You eventually start having knee problems and stuff like that because of that.
That's why LeBron got to lose some of that weight. He gonna have to lose some of that weight.
Exactly. Because you start having a lot of knee problems and stuff like that. Because, baby, guess what? You could work out and get the biggest upper body, the hardest place to get big. You see these calves right here below the knees. Below the knees. Nope. Bro, you could do calves every day. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, that's gonna take hella long to come through, right? And then that's your body's gonna have an imbalance, bro. All right, and all that extra weight up there that your knee is not used to gonna start affecting you, bro. I ain't gonna front. It had a time I had to lose some weight, bro. I got so big, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah, it took me about 3 to 4 years to get used to.
I like the look. I like the look, but guess what? I play basketball, knee problem. Yeah. All right.
I'll tell you straight up, but it took me about 3 to 4 years to get used to playing at this weight. When I was used to playing at 180, and then all of a sudden I was 230, I was running up and down the court, my back was hurt. Couldn't even move. Yeah. And then I finally got my abs to match up with my back, so it took all the pressure off my back. then my legs weren't any good. My knee started hurting and all that. And I got down to about 220, and I was cool. Then, like, all of a sudden, I lost all that weight. I got down to like 212. I was like, oh, yeah.
Exactly. But LeBron got the best nutritionists and chefs to you know, look at his weight and cook what he needs and give him the best workouts in the whole nine, bro. LeBron, he paying millions on his body every year. Okay.
But he gonna have to lose. He gonna have to lose some weight though. He'll have to lose some.
Well, I mean, I can't tell LeBron.
It's just because of the knees, man. It's because of.
I can't tell LeBron.
When he get older,
that's one person I can't tell what to do.
No, I'm not gonna tell him what to do, but I'm just saying, like you saw in the off season, he normally get down to about 220 or something. Somehow he get down to 220. Yeah, that's probably his walking around weight, and then he gets all the way back up to down 270 or something.
Yeah.
You know.
So I think they do that on purpose. I think he got the best. You know, the thing LeBron does to his body, shit. All right, LeBron don't even leave and go anywhere without his prepared meals, bro. With a perfect amount of carbs and all that, man.
Oh my God!
Serious, bro.
Yeah, obviously.
Serious,
obviously he got wait staff. I mean, he got support staff in his house. Like, he don't have to cook now. His wife ain't got to cook now. They probably got the chef come over and cook all 3 meals and boom, put it in the refrigerator. And his wife cooking is just heating shit up. Like, that's probably what they had. That's what I would do.
You said you use steroids? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, probably HGH. That ain't steroids. I know what steroids look like. That's probably HGH.
I know if you're using steroids. I wouldn't know, man. Whatever. It seems like the steroids paying off. I mean.
Yeah, Mike is bulky. LeBron is lean. LeBron is lean, and like he more like I am. You know what I'm talking about? Like, where you can see his muscles. Mike is bulky. You can't really see his muscles. But, like, you know what I'm talking about? You can see all.
Please, I don't know how I'm gonna look at the chat to tell y'all when. Let's tell me when you stop.
I'm done.
I can't take this, bro. He does this more often than y'all think. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
But anyway,
all right.
Now we'll start answering all the questions in about 15 minutes, man. You know, y'all can just ask us questions, but yeah. So Kawhi, they're talking about just like Brutalsim said, to recap the Kawhi trade thing. DeRozan has
someone called a name that you like, Jay, that we gotta talk about.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Yeah. You already know. You already know. I didn't even get to tell him. I ain't gonna lie. Jay put me on to him. I didn't know about him. I didn't know about him being blacklisted, the whole nine. Jay put me on to him. I went and watched some videos, and I was like, yo, this dude Steph Curry before Steph Curry. And you watch him in Big Three?
Yeah.
This dude is old, gray,
he still got
it, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You gotta watch. When you get a chance, look up Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf Jedi Mind Trick video. And he got a video on how he just messed with people's head every game. And he said you can literally score 4 to 6 points more per game just by messing with people's heads.
It was a beast, like, bro. I watched that and I was like, yo, wow. This dude
you watched that one?
Could score, bro. This dude, man, he understood the game, bro. He does everything effortlessly, like, you know what I mean? So definitely, man. As I said, man, I didn't even have to, like, I didn't even have to tell him the name, bro.
Yeah. You don't. That's one of my favorite. And he's a genuine person in real life too. But like I told you, we was in the gym that day, and dude had about 19 points going to 21, and he said something to him like, "You can't check me, old head." And he's okay, check up. And then he just took the ball right out of his hands and shot all the shots from half court the rest of the game. He's like, okay, well. And at the end, I'm like, yo, y'all don't know who this is? They were like, I don't know who that is. He's just an old head. Like, are you stupid? His son was in the gym playing. Like, this is one of the best scores of NBA history. I'm sitting here blessing because I'm a fan. So I'm like, y'all don't know who this is. I had to ask my buddy. I said, yo, is that? Because when I came in the gym, I just sat down. He was standing at the door, so they hadn't started playing yet. I was like, he looked just like him. The dude was like, yeah, that is him. You about to see in a second. And then when he put on that display, I was like, wow. Okay. So that is him. I was like, yo, can I take a picture with you? You mind if I do this video with you? I need this, man.
Need some proof. You need some proof somewhere, man.
I need the proof.
But he definitely, bro.
Yeah.
That was Steph before Steph, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Ron Strickland was tough.
And he got blacklisted, bro. That could tell y'all, man. The league came a long way, man. The league definitely came a long way to where it's at today, bro. All right, because they didn't want to stand for
Didn't want to stand for the national anthem, and because he said the flag don't mean all things to all people. You got people in other countries that see the flag as a sign of tyranny, and he's absolutely correct. He just wanted to stand up for people that couldn't stand up for themselves. They blacklisted and put him out of the league, blackballed him. You never play again. One of the leading the leading assist maker and a leading scorer coming off the bench.
Yeah.
And he can't get a contract nowhere in the league. Are you serious? Dude, this damn near single-handedly responsible for Shaq's career, taking off. Like obviously, Shaq was gonna be Shaq regardless, right? But they don't make it to none of them tournaments.
He definitely got Kaepernick, bro. He definitely got he definitely got Kaepernick for sure. Yeah, he got Kaepernick before Kaepernick. And he didn't receive the media attention that Kaepernick got. At least Kaepernick now is a hero.
Right.
You know what I mean? No one talks about that like that unless you really go do research on it.
He was that deal, man. And also look at what happened to Craig Hodges. How Craig Hodges come off a 3-peat with the Bulls and you never heard from him again.
That was the next one too. Yeah, that was the next one too.
Blacklisted him too.
And he could.
They've been doing this for years,
shoot that ball lights out. He could shoot the ball lights out. Yeah.
They've been doing this for years, the players, man. And like they're just not getting the media attention now. So that's why when somebody like I said, man. Truthfully, I love the United States of America. I wouldn't rather live nowhere else because I don't know about nowhere else. I probably live in Japan because they got all the technology. But never lost.
Never lost.
But the thing is, I understand that the flag doesn't mean all things to all people. That's all they want you to understand. The flag doesn't mean all things to all people. When we got people getting killed in this country, unarmed and stuff like that, it obviously don't mean all things to all people. And that's even in this country, but definitely abroad, it doesn't mean all things to all people. If you're in one of those countries being occupied for your oil right now, then hey, I bet it don't mean all things to all people. Like, well, the U.S. is over here for defense. Those countries see it as an occupation. They see it as they're being occupied by the U.S. It just is what it is. But when we say we're installing government and doing stuff like that. But anyway, that ain't the point. The point is, Mamu stood up for what he believed in. They put his ass out in the league. It was unfair, and he would have been a Hall of Famer easily. But they said nope. And then they even changed the rule to say, well, you do have to stand, but you don't have to put your hand over your heart. He said, okay, I'll just stand up and pray. That's what I'll do. Silent. It's not even a protest. He's not doing anything. He hadn't been standing up for years. He never stood up for it anyway. He said, I just be sitting there putting on my knee braces and stuff, and then somebody just saw it and made a story out of it, and that ended my career. Really?
Yeah.
You see how they don't care about you? They don't.
Yeah, that man. I gotta tell you about organization, man. Business, bro. Business. That would affect some people. Bottom line, so gotta get you out of here. Right or wrong, doesn't matter, bro.
Right.
You just an asset. Just an asset.
But so they're talking about like Bruce said. You got somebody with years on their contract left in DeRozan. How many years DeRozan got on his contract? I don't know. But anyway, but you got Kawhi who has 1 year left. Let me look at DeMar DeRozan contract. DeMar DeRozan it's already up here. Thanks for listening to me, Google. Big Brother is already
here. Always spying on you, bro. You didn't know that?
Yeah. All right, so DeMar DeRozan contract goes through 2021. So he's got 3 years left on his contract. Kawhi has this year left on his contract. So you're going to get 2 additional years at an attenuated price because DeMar DeRozan is making about $27 million. Kawhi is probably, if he stays with the Spurs, he's going to want that 40. I need all of my money. I need, maybe not a super max, but I definitely need a max. You just signed Rudy Gay, and you don't have nobody to play along the side.
And he not staying already. We already know Kawhi and stay, so they got the money.
Right. They gonna have the money. So they might try to do that. They might try to pull off a trade to send him to Canada. He goes to Canada. He goes to the East. But it really is just gonna depend on what, because the Spurs win in this one. You get DeMar DeRozan, he's just about the same player as Kawhi offensively. He's not nearly the player defensively, but he'll give you about the same thing Kawhi gonna give you on offense in terms of points per game. Not as prolific a scorer, but he's gonna give you about the same thing as in terms of points per game. You know, But when you look at it like that, okay, so you see that you're gonna get him for 3 years. You got him and Rudy Gay together for 3 years. Rudy Gay pretty much a pretty decent defender. Maybe you put those two together and you get Kawhi, something like that. Let's just say best case scenario, but at least you got him for 3 years. You're going to lose Kawhi at the end of this year, period. Right. So you got to do something. That's why they would. That's why they would do a trade with Toronto. I wouldn't be surprised if they would do that deal with Toronto almost straight up. Obviously, they're not. Right. But I'm just saying. Yeah, they would probably do that for like Kawhi and a pick or something. Who knows?
And we have any Bulls fan in here, man. How do you all feel? I see Levine actually signed.
Rat Levine.
Chicago actually matched King's offer, and they signed, bro. $78 million 4 years. I mean that's how an organization should move, right? All right. And that's when they see your value is up there next team, that's when they're gonna match it.
Mm-hmm.
Let no team show no interest in Levine, bro. Alright.
Yeah. Like they show like we said yesterday, like I said in the video the other day. Zach LaVine literally went to Sacramento. They said we're gonna give you 18 over 4. He said do 20 for 4, not over 4. They were gonna give him they're gonna give him what's that, 72 over 4? And he said, "Nah, make it 80 over 4, and I guarantee." And the Bulls won't match it, and I'll be out here fun in the sun. Did he go to where the hell he went to school? UCLA? Where's Zach LaVine go to school? I don't know.
UCLA.
Right. So he wants to be back out there anyway. He wants to go back out there anyway. Give me $20 million a year. They won't match it. Bulls said, "Psych, that's the wrong number," and they. and they matched it. Yeah, so now you stuck. But that's what being an unrestricted free agent is about, baby.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into some questions before you start getting in, bro.
You're right.
Man. All right. You say Levine is trash? Stop. Levine. He got hella potential though.
He has a lot of potential.
People pay for potential. They pay for potential. Come on, man.
That's all you can pay for. You have to pay for potential. But these teams are not paying long term for potential anymore.
Exactly.
That's the difference. They used to pay a whole lot of money for potential. Now they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you a 1+1.
Exactly.
We'll give you a 3+1. We'll give you a 2+1. But we're not gonna. When you see these super maxes being signed, I think you're gonna see these super maxes being 3+1s.
Come on.
A lot of with a team option. You're not gonna see these guys signing $48 million contracts. And it's for 10 years. They're just not gonna do that.
Exactly. So potential people play for that, man. Kawhi, will Kawhi be a playoff threat? I believe, bro, if Kawhi is
healthy,
80%,
I can go with that.
He'll be
if he's healthy.
80% of Kawhi will be a threat. Because they're still playing defense better than anyone in the league.
They're still better defense than anybody in the league.
Anyone in the league, bro. All right, so definitely.
And that means he's performing on the offensive end.
Exactly.
Which doesn't take as much energy as the defensive end. Because defense is desire. You gotta want to play that. Now,
if he paired with LeBron, championship. Le GOAT James will a champion. Alright. Okay. You can sleep on it all you want. Guess what? I'm wide awake. I see it. I'm seeing it. Alright. If he pairs with LeBron.
I don't think he'll get traded to the Lakers. Real quick, what do you think about the GOAT Trae Young? Man, Trae Young is gonna be okay. This is gonna take him about 2 or 3 years. He's probably gonna be on the same track as Lonzo. Lonzo was able to score in college, but Lonzo was always a pass-first point guard. Trae Young is really a pass-first point guard. He just had the ability to score. So I feel like it's gonna be about.
Love to shoot.
I feel like it's gonna be about the same way.
Yeah, maybe.
He's gonna be all right, but
just that defense, Lonzo is better.
Right.
You know, because of his size and just
Correct.
size and ability. All right, questions, man. How you gonna ask me that? You gonna ask me that question? Here's the question: is Steph Curry better and more dangerous PG than LeBron?
Well, they're not point. LeBron not a point guard, so that's irrelevant.
Guess not. For me, it ain't.
Wow. So
LeBron.
LeBron James can play every position. He's the best 1 through 5 in the entire league. That's what he's gonna say.
Hashtag facts.
Oh
Tag it.
God.
Tag it. Tag it. What? A better point guard than LeBron? Man, I wouldn't even put Lil Goat in the point guard conversation. What are you talking about? He's already the best passer in the league. Facts. Okay. He can't be stopped. He cannot be stopped. Definitely need a double and triple team. What are you talking? What? Why is this a conversation? Why you gotta go this route, man? Why? Why? You better make yourself comfortable, man. I'll be going for a while, man. I gotta preach. What's this? What? I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro.
I'm so damn.
I'm
damn sleep. I'm so damn sleep on route right now.
I'm just saying, bro. Lil Goat is the best point guard in the game. What are you talking about?
Lil Goat. I'm so sick of this dude and this Lil Goat stuff, man.
Come on, bro.
Why LeBron beating the Warriors in 6? If LeBron and Kawhi played together this year, they would have an excellent chance to beat them. Just because, like I said, it's only one basketball on the court, and Boogie is not going to add 20 points to your total. So
it's only going to good.
Yeah, it's only going to make it get easier to get there. So it doesn't matter if they can play defense. It just makes it so the points can come from a different spot. It doesn't make it so that they're going to score 20 more points a game and score 130 a game. So that's not going to happen. So with him on the team, if LeBron and Kawhi on the team, you effectively shut down. Well, Rondo and what's it called? They're not going to shut down the point guard, but they're going to make it very difficult for Steph, right? Kawhi at the 2, you can pretty much take Klay out of the game. Just take him out. Mm-hmm. Okay, Kuzma on Draymond is a push. There's no center. JaVale McGee on Boogie, he's gonna get slaughtered. And KD on LeBron.
You could actually put Kuzma on Draymond because Draymond isn't really a scorer like that, but he's very smart in that he does everything else. Right,
and that's what I'm saying. That's a push. I'm saying because Kuzma's gonna get points. Kuzma will probably outscore Draymond, but Draymond will have a bigger impact.
Bigger impact, exactly.
Right. So I'm gonna say that's a push. Boogie gonna slaughter JaVale McGee, but he might make it hard for him. LeBron and KD gonna be a push. So you really got it. Really will probably come down to what Steph is able to do and what Steph is able to bring to the table.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
all right, we got a next question here. Pretty much.
LeBron James should go for MVP next year. LeBron James should get MVP every year. I don't care about that stupid stuff where they talk about, he can win it everywhere. He can win it every year. He should win. It should be MVP. It should be MVP and most outstanding player. Now, James Harden should have won most outstanding player this year, but LeBron James should have won MVP. Because there's no way that team gets to the finals without him. Especially when James. It should be
most valuable player, ain't it?
Bro, how is it going to be the most valuable player when you got knocked out of the playoffs? You can't be the most valuable player to your team anymore when the guy that you were in competition with.
But they said it's a regular season, Jay.
Then why they give it out after the playoffs? Give it out at the end of the regular season.
But even that fact, like, take LeBron off of that team, see how far they go. Take James Harden with CP3 on and playing, and let's see how far they go. Don't forget he got a next superstar in his squad. Let's see how far the team go. Come on, man. I don't know what metric they're using, but
they should have most outstanding player and most valuable player.
Kyrie said it best, bro. Kyrie, the dude who wanted to leave LeBron, he said, James Harden, the people's champ, but when it comes to the players know who the MVP is. LeBron.
But that's what I'm saying. And that's listen, most outstanding player and the MVP. You can't win them both. Just make the rule. You can't win them both. You can be most outstanding and MVP. James Harden would have been the most outstanding player. LeBron would have been the MVP. Last year, Russell Westbrook would have been most outstanding
You say
player.
CP3 is the best passer than Rondo? Well, this is a CP3 fan. This is a CP3 fan.
It might be a CP3. He said, y'all guys are motivating. I'm gonna get my channel up and started soon, but let me see. By that I mean, let me tell you what the equipment and all you need for Twitch and Flux. You just get you a decent computer. Just get you a laptop that has a quad core, and then get you a webcam, Logitech C920, and then get your Elgato. That's all you need. So a laptop that's quad core, Logitech C, or at least dual core, Elgato and a Logitech C920. You good. Harden only won because his team won more games. Yeah, we don't care about that stuff. It don't matter. It's not the person whose team won more games. Harden won because he got snubbed last year, because he would have won last year if Russell Westbrook hadn't averaged a triple-double.
Facts.
That's what it is. Harden should have won last year, but Westbrook had to win because he averaged a triple-double.
Facts. You had to respect it. And he averaged it
Prime
again.
D-Wade.
He averaged it again. They act like
people
could do that off the limb. Yo, this dude did something amazing again 2 years back to back that everyone thought would have never been done. He did it back to back. Right.
You said Prime D-Wade or Prime T-Mac. I ain't taking nobody on Prime T-Mac. Mac, bitch.
And someone asked if we think the Heat gonna retire D-Wade and hang up his jersey.
We'll keep it up, King.
They better. Listen, whenever D-Wade's ready to retire, I'm not sure if he's ready right now, but they better hang that jersey up, bro. There was no rings before D-Wade, man. No championship before D-Wade, man. All right. So D-Wade, definitely. And even we go back to D-Wade. Look at how the Heat treated D-Wade when he was, he asked for some money. Nah, man, nah. We good. We gonna give Hassan Whiteside the money, man. We gonna give it to him. So they better hang that jersey up, bro. Better believe that. Lonzo Mourning got his jersey up there. Who's D-Wade, bro?
Mike Jordan got his jersey up there.
Yeah. We got a debate, man, in the chat, bro. I've seen they talking about CP3 or Rondo.
CP3 or Rondo. Best passer. Rondo probably better at directing traffic. CP3 is more dangerous.
Man, nah, bro. I wouldn't say so, man. I like the one thing I'll say with Rondo though is Rondo need to be in control of everything though.
Yeah, he does. That's what I'm saying. He better at directing traffic. He's gonna get that.
A coach can't tell Rondo, "Well, I want you to do this." Rondo be like, "Nah, bro, I'm running the show on this court. You on the sideline, you could talk to the bench. Once you're on the court, this is my job. I'm doing this." All right. They said he had time with Rondo. Literally, coach said, "Nah, you gonna run this," and Rondo, "All right, I'm gonna get it 8 seconds. Show you I'm running this shit. All right, I'm gonna get it 8 seconds. All right." Rondo, that's the one thing with Rondo, but Rondo, bro, his passing is on point, bro. I think Rondo got, what I mean.
You think he got CP3? You think he better pass than?
Man, I think so, bro. I think Rondo got him, man. Rondo got him, man. I give CP3 the edge because CP3 could shoot consistently.
Yeah, his handle probably a little bit better too than Rondo. Rondo is a very A to B type game.
Yeah, that was it. Handles wise, Rondo not the flashy dude. He ain't gonna try to snap an ankle.
Yeah, no.
He gonna get where he needs to get.
He get where he attack.
He definitely fundamentally strong type player. He's not too flary. But
Westbrook averaged a triple-double again this year. How come he didn't win another MVP of triple-doubles is so important? Because he had help this year. He had more help. He had Paul George and Melo this year. They had a little bit better team. That's all it was. He wasn't the most valuable player. They still would have made it to the playoffs with just Paul George. So he was no longer the most valuable player, which is the same thing that we're saying about James Harden. Neither was he. LeBron was the most valuable player. And if he can win it every year, he should win it every year. I don't care about this dumb crap that they keep talking about. He can't win it. Yes, he can win it every year. And he should.
He should.
And you know why?
Same thing happened to Michael Jordan. Never lost. All right.
Never.
that LeVar should win
LeVar
MVP,
should
and
win
he
it
ain't
every
even
year.
play. Just give LeVar a MVP.
Never,
All right.
nevertheless.
I mean, he never did, bro. I mean, come on.
Oh my God. Let me see that. Because LeBron is a difficult player to play with. You have to alter your game and revolve it around him.
All great
if you
players.
want to play with him.
All
That's
great
true.
players, bro. All great players.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every great player that ever played the game, that's the pro. That's what you got to do. So I'm tired of people talking about LeBron is difficult to play with. Guess what? Michael Jordan, you damn right you better play around him.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's not going to change his game for you at all.
Might slap.
Kobe Bryant, guess what? They got to play around him. They're not changing their game for you. It's not going to happen, bro. It's not. Shaq, guess what? Shaq ain't changed his game for no one. You got to play around him. Yeah.
Inside.
So I don't know why people always say, "Oh, it's difficult because people got." You're damn right. Listen to me. This dude. All right, let me break it down for y'all. This dude is great. Great. You're average. Guess what? He figured it out. You want to get there. Now you're on his team. Who you think the team should be built around? Who do you think?
I'm gonna go with the guy that's been to 9 straight finals and carried teams that shouldn't even be there.
I'm just saying, bro. So people saying you gotta adjust. You're damn right. You better adjust your game. I mean, come on. you got to, bro.
Let me see. Paul is more complete. Complete. Rondo is just gonna find the open man and lock down his game. Yeah, I agree with that, Joe. I agree with that. Yeah, Rondo is probably a better defender. Chris Paul getting more steals, but I would say Chris Paul is a more complete guard, but Rondo is a very good guard, and he's probably the best pure point guard. Like pure, he and Chris Paul are probably the purest point guards you're gonna get in the league, right? But Rondo just doesn't shoot the ball much. He'll get to the rim and be crafty, but he's not a shooter.
Yeah,
so
I think that's why Magic brought in him for Lonzo too. Because one thing they similar in that
that's correct.
Rondo don't shoot like that, but guess what?
Right.
He's very good at attacking and finishing around the rim. Where do Lonzo got it? A lot of people looking at Lonzo shooting. You know what I'm looking at Lonzo when he goes to the rim? He's not really comfortable. If he's not dunking it, he's not comfortable finishing at a rim. And best person to teach him that is Rondo. Exactly. Yeah. So
Rondo is probably one of the craftiest players with the ball too. Like
most definitely.
Like he don't have a whole lot of moves, and that's why I kind of like him because that's kind of how I play. I don't need no crossover. You can't stop me from going this way. Why the hell I need to cross it over?
Right.
First step. It's like people was in the gym the other day like, bro, he only got a first step. Dude, I'm 38. How am I killing you with a first step? Because I know how to play basketball. And if you step here, I'm going to attack your lead foot because you can't swing open and do it. If I attack where you already are, you're not going to swing open and keep up with me. I will literally sit here, fake. This is your lead foot now? Boom, gone.
People don't know that. Like, people don't know how to play defense. Once you say put one foot forward, you're dead. You think you're guiding someone? You're guiding someone? You're not guiding no one nowhere. You just open up yourself to get killed. Especially if you're playing with someone that got 2 hands and 2 sides, bro. You dead.
Yeah, exactly.
You're dead, bro. I'll be getting I love when people say, oh, you're right-handed. I'm going to force you to the left side. I'm like, all right, cool. Come on, bro. Once you know your basketball, you know, right? Right-handers that could dribble to the left, that's their strongest side to drive to.
Correct.
That's exactly.
Yeah, you shoot back. Easier for them
It's much easier for them to pull up as well, and they're much more dangerous. Once, bro, I've done killed so much people. Oh, you're right-handed. I'm gonna force you one side. Nah, bro, not with basketball. I'm right-handed, and with everything else.
Yeah.
Basketball, I got 2 hands, bro. The only thing I do is shoot with this hand. Everything else. You know.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So
y'all think Westbrook ever gonna win a ring? Nah. That because he ain't going to work with OKC.
Unless wait for this.
Unless he somehow plays with the GOAT. James.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's
I don't
possible.
think he ever would. I don't think he ever win a ring though, unless he leaves that team or unless they really
Yeah,
shake it
I
up
don't think he's
and they
leaving.
put him in a spot.
I don't think he's
Yeah,
leaving. I think he got a good place. His family is,
you think?
it's a nice,
Yeah,
quiet place, and his family is
yeah,
raising there, and they're
right.
paying him
I
pretty
think he's
good.
cool.
So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he's
pretty doggone
good.
good.
So I think he's good,
Oh,
man.
somebody asked Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf for Iverson. That's a good question. He was Iverson before Iverson. He's like Iverson with a better shot. Iverson and I couldn't make that. I couldn't make that choice because both of them have an intangible that the other one doesn't have. Mahmoud had craftiness, and Iverson just had
I
that.
love
You not gonna
Iverson, bro.
hold me down.
Yeah, bro. I
You're
like
not gonna hold
Iverson,
me
man.
down. I wouldn't make.
I
They
love
the same
Ivor,
player.
bro. I
Yeah,
love Ivor,
yeah.
man. Ivor had
You
that
can't.
mentality, bro.
You can't do that. Yeah, you can't. I can't do it. I can't make a choice.
Like,
I wouldn't make a choice. I love both of
Ivor.
those players. As players,
Yo,
I love both of those people as much as you
still,
could love a basketball player.
still,
I can't make that choice.
Ivor couldn't really shoot.
Nah, he couldn't.
But
If I
guess
had
what?
to make a choice, I'm taking my move.
But
But
guess what?
the intangibles that
I'm
obviously
taking
had,
Ivor, bro. Those ankles, entertainment value, winning, like just gotta win,
yeah,
die hard value. But
killer
Ivor still
instinct.
got some of the craziest ankle breakers where he snap up with the
Yeah,
ankle, he trying to get up and he snap it
mm,
again. Bruh,
yeah,
come on,
yeah,
man. They had to change how they're calling the carries because of AI.
yeah. They
They
changed
never,
their
they
rules.
wasn't calling.
I'm doing a video on that pretty soon.
They wasn't calling.
Five
Bro,
players that they literally changed the game for.
bro,
You know,
AI
Reggie Miller,
definitely.
yeah, Reggie Miller, AI,
Shaq gotta
Derek
make the
Harper,
list. Shaq gotta make that list, bro.
Shaq, and probably Kareem.
Yo.
Shaq was the 5 seconds. Well, Shaq and Charles Barkley used to do that shit. That 5 seconds to back to the basket shit. Both of them used to do that.
It was
So
legal.
they'll both be there.
It was
Huh?
legal.
Bro, you can sit there, literally get the ball in 18 seconds, and
It was legal.
they had to change the rule for them. That's what they changed it
Why
for.
you? But I don't understand people changing rules. Even with the Iverson thing, I
No, I'm
was
saying
upset.
no. We're just saying
Alright.
that they are so good
Yeah.
that they forced the NBA to change the rule.
And it's funny.
Like,
I
you know,
see
Reggie
people
Miller.
carry all the time now.
Yeah,
Carry all the
Reggie
time
Miller
now.
with the kick out. Reggie
Yeah.
Miller with the foot kick out. They had
Yeah.
to change that.
Yeah.
Derek Harper, they had to change hand checking. That's who did it.
Yeah.
Shaq was came, and then and of course Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he was Luau then, but in the NCAA took dunking out of the game. Like really, 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 this black man is fucking everybody up. He's dunking on the whole
Iverson
world.
was definitely unguardable, bro. Iverson was unguardable. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch Iverson. Those days,
Yeah, that's when basketball was so good, man.
yo.
I mean, it's good now, but it was so man. But anyway, this man is dunking on everybody. The dunk is not a skillful shot. Excuse me, sir, can you dunk? No, you can't. Okay, so he can dunk, but you can't.
What said
But
dunk
he
is not a
should-
skill for Shaq?
They said the dunk is not in 1968. The NCAA ruled that the dunk is not a skillful shot, and thereby removed the dunk from the game, forcing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to create the most unstoppable move ever
Exactly.
created. The sky hook.
Definitely
Good
no
from
most
18
unstoppable.
feet.
Ain't no one
You
blocking
ain't
that
stopping
shit.
this.
Ain't
I
no
can't
one.
dunk. Watch me win these championships. I'm gonna win 2 more championships, and I'm
Just
gonna
by
create.
hook shots, bro. Oh my god, that shit was
Let's stop
ridiculous,
there.
bro. That shit,
Let's stop
imagine that they try to hold him down. Instead, they made this dude legendary, immortal. Ain't no one came after him that ever,
Not
ever, nowhere close to mastering that shot.
No.
Cause this dude
Baby
used to
hook,
do
a
it.
baby hook.
He used to do this for the entire game.
18 feet.
You know,
18 feet.
you know what's the D'ing up someone, right? Playing D.
Yeah.
And you know he come with that hook shot. And ain't nothing in the world you could do to stop
You
it,
can't do nothing about it.
bro. I'm about to kick you in your knees, bro.
Mark Jackson used to do that too. Wilt, Wilt was tough, but I mean Kareem and Wilt. If you look up those battles that they had some hellified battles. But Wilt was already on the way out when Kareem came in.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was,
Most definitely. Kareem was
It-
young, was
but-
much younger for you.
Said they changed the game for LeBron. He the GM and the coach of the team. All sleep. Kareem had a damn good
Ain't
mid
no one
range.
changed
Yeah,
the
he
game
had a
for
good mid
LeBron,
range.
man. LeBron changed the game for himself. Changed the game.
Hashtag clown god. Yeah, Mark Jackson used to do that too, though. Mark Jackson and Gary Payne would back you down from the top of the key, 5 seconds back to the basket. They would all do that. Everybody was doing it. Somebody said earlier that Rod Strickland was tough. Yeah, Rod Strickland was real tough. That was one of my favorite point guards in the league for a long time too. Rod Strickland from Portland. He was tough. Now he's a good coach, but he was tough when he was in the league. Not gonna lie.
The Michael Jordan rule. The Michael Jordan rule. Let me tell y'all how Michael affected the game. A lot of people don't want to think, yeah, put the pillow behind your head. Let me story time, Jay. It's story time. Make yourself real comfortable. Listen to me. Detroit was whooping Michael Jordan ass year after year. His ass was on the ground 90% of the game. Yeah, I remember watching that. Guess what the NBA did? The NBA started calling touch fouls, hand checking, the whole nine. Alright, so that's how Michael Jordan made the game softer. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, Jay. Y'all gonna act like y'all wasn't there. Alright? Y'all acting like y'all wasn't there. You see Magic said it in the All-Star game. Magic and Bird was joking at it. Huh?
Wait,
Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you see when Magic? Did you see when there was picture in the? Yeah, I know it's blasphemy to speak the truth about Mike. You remember when Magic and them was joking in that when they were taking that picture?
Hey, can't get too close
remember?
To Mike,
Exactly. You're damn right. They knew it. They were like, look at this shit. When they were taking that picture, like, yo, we can't get too close to Mike. Even when taking the picture, someone might call a foul. You damn right. Everyone, I hear when people talk about, oh, the game is so soft now. You damn right it's soft. Because Detroit kept whooping his ass. The bad boys Pistons. That's why they wouldn't shake their hands. They were like, oh, why they won't shake our hands after we finally beat them? Because
they
the ref.
The game.
The ref.
They didn't finish the game. They walked off the court.
You damn right. They couldn't play the way they played for years, which was okay in the league. Michael Jordan made the league soft. Y'all heard it here first.
Wow.
I'm the only dude to speak the truth. Alright, that's the real Michael Jordan rule. Facts. I'm telling y'all, go look it up. Go look it up,
Listen, man. They even wrote a book called The Jordan Rules.
Go look it up.
Ain't nobody saying that is not true.
Go look it up, man.
Nobody's saying.
No, I'm tired of, especially the older heads. Oh, these newer boys are so soft. Look at it. Touch fouls. You damn right. It changed after.
Mike Jordan.
Come on, man.
Couldn't even play.
Come on, bro. They had to protect their asset. Because remember, Michael Jordan revived the league. He did revive the league.
Michael Jordan came in right. He wasn't ready yet. But they knew it was going to be his league.
He knew he would have been his league, exactly. So he was definitely, he was filling arenas. They already know his jersey was one of the top selling way before.
Yeah.
So they already know.
1979 and 80, when Magic came in, it was Magic versus Bird. They revived the NBA. The finals were on tape delay. Can you imagine an NBA Finals being on tape delay? That means, for those of you all that didn't grow up back then, what we did, that means it wasn't live. That means they played that shit the next day after it was over. You already know who won.
Oh, you mean, come on, the Pistons was hurting Duzo. All right, but what I'm saying, that's how they played.
Right, that's how they played.
That's how they played. And that's what the older heads say. The older said, boy, if back in the day, LeBron couldn't have made it, Steph Curry couldn't have made it. All right, okay, keep that argument. All right, but let's keep the same tone. Michael Jordan didn't play in that era either. He played a little bit. He was on his ass against Detroit all that time.
That's correct.
He couldn't get past Detroit at all.
You will get no argument. You will get no argument from me about that. I know basketball.
So people act
it's just like what I say about. I'm not one of those people that'll sit here and be like, oh, you know, this guy was brilliant, but like, let's just forget about all the stupid stuff he did. No, I remember what it took to get there for the person.
Mike came home, and I see Spellcheck messing you up a little bit, man. And Mike came back when the referee was calling all the fouls. That's when he came back and beat Detroit. He would not have beat Detroit without the ref. That's why they wouldn't shake his hands. That's why they didn't. Right. It was like, what? The ref definitely, come on, bro.
Yeah, they walked off the court.
Yeah, they were upset. Like, the league literally helped Mike get past Detroit.
That was allegedly a memo.
Come on, man. I'm a Michael Jordan fan, bro. I am. It's fact.
There was allegedly a memo sent out when they played the Pistons that said that dumb shit ain't flying tonight. Call it every time they get close to Mike. There was allegedly a memo sent out by then the commissioner David Stern that said this ends tonight.
We should start a podcast. We thinking about making this into a podcast, man.
Yeah.
Definitely thinking about making it into a podcast.
And we're gonna have some other people on too. We're gonna have y'all on too, man.
Yeah,
so,
we're gonna start inviting subscribers and stuff like that, to come on here and chat up. Like this Michael Jordan stand right here, right now, Julio. Yeah, I would like to have you debating you just to destroy you for fun. It's all fun. Yeah, man. All right.
Right.
Yeah, most definitely. See, he already yawning, man. He ready to go to bed.
No, I'm just asleep because you keep talking about Mike. Leave Mike out of this.
No, I gotta bring him back in. I'm bringing him
in. I ain't saying
it doesn't matter. I'm tired of your Michael Jordan fans being blinded, all right? And most of them got amnesia because they all talk about Michael Jordan never lost in the finals. Did he only play 6 years in the league? My math might be off. My math might be a little off.
Well, I mean, when he got there, he never lost. He was 6 times.
So it's better not to get there.
Hey, that's what they say. I feel the same way you do. I feel the same way you do. Like, they be like, well, he lost in the first round. It's like, I mean, like, but I don't count. Okay, this is what I say. I don't count those first round exits against Mike any more than I count those exits when LeBron lost to a team that just completely overmatched him. I don't count those except for one when they played the Dallas Mavericks and they should have damn won. That's it. That's the only one I count against him. But all the other ones, the Spurs, please. He was like 15 when they played the Spurs that first time and got slapped. Like, be real. Like, come on.
And it's so funny to me. Even with the Mavericks, no one else got blamed for that Maverick series but LeBron.
You can't let Jason Terry drop 30 on you, man. What do you mean?
The Wade ain't got blamed.
You can't let Jason Terry drop 30 on you. Chris
Bosh ain't got blamed. 2 other All-Stars. This is how great LeBron is, right? I'm sorry. This is D-Wade. This is prime D-Wade as well, bro. All right?
You're right.
These ain't going to the shit. It's going, but it ain't reached there yet. But this dude get blamed and no one mentions ever D-Wade in that series.
Yeah, that's true.
Or Chris Bosh. That's showing you that LBJ could never have a bad series because no one will step up. Proven.
That's true.
Proven. The bad series, guess what? That's the one taint on his resume. Yeah, that Mavericks. All right, he got a bad series. Okay, cool. All right.
You can't have a bad series. You're a superstar. You're the best in the world. You even said it. You even slipped up and said it. You gotta win this. I'm the best player in the world. You can't say that, LeBron. But since you did, you better get your behind out there and win this series. And what he did when they laid the egg. They lost. How they lost? Who cares that Kyrie was hurt and that Dellavedova was hurt and that the whole NBA was hurt? Right. And that LeBron was literally out there playing by himself and almost carried them to a victory in that first finals against the Golden State Warriors. And then when Kyrie was healthy, they did win. And then this year, when they played them without Kyrie, they still almost damn won. But nobody don't care about that. LeBron's supposed to win those games by himself, like Mike did. Mike didn't have no Scotty.
I know, right?
Steve Kerr wasn't on the team. Right. Scottie Pippen wasn't on the team. Tony Kukoc
it's
was
always
definitely
funny,
not there.
man. And yes, we might end with a
Dennis
Michael
Rodman was
Jordan. I
not
ain't gonna
there.
lie to y'all, man. We might end with a Michael Jordan and
Ron Harper
LeBron
definitely wasn't
argument
coming off
every
the bench.
time, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Alright, because this thing needs to be said. Okay, but alright, man. I'm gonna leave Michael. I'm gonna leave Mike. I'm gonna leave Mike. I'm gonna leave y'all goat or your kid. Alright, I'm gonna leave your kid. Alright.
Listen, man.
No.
The accomplishments cannot be compared, but the careers,
What
the accolades. Well, let's say the accolades.
All right.
The accolades cannot be compared, but the accomplishments can. So you're talking about 10-time scoring champion, 9-time all defensive first team. You're talking about MVP, what, 6-7-time MVP, stuff like that. Like those accolades, you can't really compare them. But the actual play on the court, you can compare.
You can't compare. You can't compare stats. Because LeBron is going to destroy all the stats in the book. You can't compare what he's doing this deep in his career. You can't.
Well, LeBron played more years than Mike, though, so ain't his fault. But he did.
It ain't LeBron fault that he not going to take a few years off.
It ain't his fault.
I need to go play some baseball and trash at it. Surprisingly. Surprise. We are surprised that MJ is trash at baseball.
Well, allegedly, he had to go play baseball because then NBA Commissioner David Stern didn't want to suspend him for gambling. And thus, they agreed that he would take the year off.
Why you dropping knowledge, bro? Why you dropping knowledge?
They agreed.
Just let them just let everyone believe he went and played baseball.
Listen, I never said I never said I liked or respect. You know why LeBron? Because LeBron is 10 times the man that Jordan is. But Michael Jordan was not a good man. He was a great basketball player, but I don't respect the man that Michael Jordan was.
Julio said he went for his dad. Stop, Jay.
No, that ain't what happened. I don't respect the man that Michael Jordan was at all. But the actual basketball player, I have immense respect for. I have respect for LeBron as a man and as a basketball player. We know Mike got outside kids and all type stuff like that. We know that. Hell, Jimmy Butler won them. But no, they act like he was his secret son. I don't know. We know about all Mike's stuff like that. If LeBron does have girlfriends, we never heard about it. Never heard of it. We never heard about it. Mike stayed.
Everyone in the chat saying MJ reason was his father was killed.
Go watch Mike Kozimba's video. Just go watch Mike Kozimba's video. The evidence is damning.
His dad's favorite sports was baseball. Listen to me, y'all.
Use Google.
I heard about all that, bro. Don't worry. I'm with y'all in the chat. Alright, but Jay dropping some knowledge for y'all. Y'all go check it out. That's all I'm saying. And I hear someone give a different perspective. I'll go check it out before I say, nah. Because I mean, yeah, his father died. I don't think did they find who killed his father yet? Did they? I'm not even sure, man.
No. Only thing I'm telling you is that we never heard LeBron having any kids. We didn't hear about all his affairs. As far as we know, he's only had sex with one woman in his life. As far as we know. We know Mike was smutting it up. Yeah, but, you know. But who knows, man? We comparing them as men. Like, what do you mean? It don't matter who they took money from. You probably take, once you got a job, you probably take money from Jews. Like, what do you mean? Stop with that. Stop with that hypocrisy. Do you know where all your money come from? Do you know where your paycheck really comes from? Like, stop that. You know, we're not talking about that. We're talking about LeBron stands up for what he believes in socially and all that. Mike was notoriously indifferent because he didn't want to hurt his sponsors. So, you know, stuff like that.
Maybe. What I'm saying, I don't listen to me, right? I'm a Michael Jordan. I didn't know the gambling thing. I heard about it. I heard about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Evidence is damning.
But as a Michael Jordan fan, the father thing was better for me to believe. I didn't. I haven't done any research into it, so I don't. He said he did the research, so I don't know.
You just look it up. You look at what Mike say, and then just look it up yourself. That might have happened. It may not. Allegedly. Allegedly. Hey, LeBron probably did hit Beyonce and Riri, but that was before he was married to that chick, man. Before he was married to his high school sweetheart. I ain't saying that LeBron ain't smutting it up. I'm saying that we don't know about it.
LeBron ain't the perfect father. Ain't. You see LeBron's wife, though? You see that?
Yeah.
Leave LeBron alone, please. Don't take his name. Man. Do not take LeBron's name. All right. The GOAT.
All I'm saying is it was public knowledge. And maybe once his kids get grown and out of school, it's gonna be public knowledge that LeBron gonna have 8 other wives and all of that stuff. But we just saying for right now, it's not like that.
No doubt.
Yeah, LeBron's wife is bad. What are you talking about? Hell, Mike's first wife was bad. What do you mean? None of that don't matter though, because when you got that much money and that much opportunity,
I'm telling y'all, man, you go on the road. All right, okay. Options.
Listen to me, man. Dude said, just like have you ever seen Love and Basketball? You ever seen Love and Basketball when my man was like, bro, he's like, you think that I wanted to do anything to hurt your mama? He's like, yo, you get to the arena and it's thousands of women yelling your name, screaming. You get to the hotel lobby, they following the car.
Facts.
You walking through the hotel lobby, it's hundreds of women.
Facts.
You get on your floor, it's tens, and somehow two of them paid the maid to give them the key to get in your room, and you walk in that room. How many times and they bad. How many times you think you're gonna be able to resist?
Facts.
How many times? See, y'all can say that because y'all don't have those type of opportunities. That's all I'm gonna say.
Fact.
Y'all never had those type of opportunities. But all I'm gonna tell you is
never lost. 100%. Never lost. Never lost.
Y'all don't even understand that. Y'all don't understand that, man. But when you get older, you'll understand that.
Yeah.
Man. That all this stuff is just opportunity meets all this opportunity meets opportunity. And then you probably call your wife and you pissed off on the way. Why you can't be home more? Woman, you know I'm an NBA player. You know I'm gone 9 months out of the year. What do you mean? And you have that argument right there. You already mad. And then you get up to the room.
We say shout out to Lou Williams for snitching, saying all basketball players got multiple girlfriends. I know, man.
Oh my God.
I agree, man. I agree. And I'm going to jab Kobe real quick. The one that said Shaq does it too. Oh my God.
Oh, you talking about the ones giving them the calls. You stupid.
Shaq does it too. Kobe.
Shaq did it too. He be paying them hoes too. Really? Kawhi to the Raptors. It's not official yet, but they're saying that that's the team. That's the team that has the best chance to get it.
Yeah, not official yet, yo. Not official yet. Man. Alright, man. So, Jay, you want to close out, bro? We've been going for a while, bro. I know it's Friday.
Yeah. It's Friday. We got to get up out of here.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
We appreciate everybody coming through, showing some love. Facts. We appreciate everybody coming and saying, the questions. We appreciate everything. We do want y'all to come. We're going to be doing this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's always going to start between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. The first hour, we'll talk about whatever we're going to talk about. The last 30 minutes, we're going to take questions and talk to y'all. Leave my man Kobe out of this, man. Y'all sleep.
I love Kobe
2K better be better. 2K better be better this year. But it is what it is. But I love Kobe 2K. Too, man. But like Kobe was a great player. Miserable human being. Like, it just is what it is. But it didn't have anything to do with his off the court. It was just that Kobe was so driven to be Mike. Like he was driven.
Kobe is a watered down version of Mike. We can't rate imitation shoes. Just like all I'm saying, bro. You ain't gonna go to your friend with the imitation shoes and stunt. You gonna get called on
Right.
it. Your friend gonna be like, bro, where you going with that? That Michael Jordan, that logo is backwards, bro. Where you going with that shit?
Right.
It kind of look like it. It ain't it. I'm sorry, bro. That's just how it goes. Um.
Right.
So I mean, I can't. They say Kobe used steroid cream to change his personality. I'm all for Kobe bashing, bro. I'm all for Kobe bashing flying saucer, man. I'm saying. I'm sorry.
Bro, we out of here, man. We've been here long enough. I appreciate everybody coming
No
through.
doubt, man.
You
Much
guys
love
have
to
been the
y'all.
greatest. And it's only gonna grow and grow.
Yo,
that's all it's gonna happen.
Jay
We're gonna
link
do this 3
is in
times
the
a week.
description. Check him out, man. Check out Jay. Show him some love, man. And make sure and like the stream, bro. We doing this.
Yeah.
We here. We ain't going nowhere, bro. And we gonna make this into a podcast, no doubt, man. But we gonna start inviting some of y'all soon enough into this.
We're gonna try to have a guest too. We're probably gonna try to make our first guest.
Y'all need Discord. Probably.
I've been in the talks with Shake now, and we have an excellent chance to have him as our first ever guest.
Right. And y'all need to probably get on Discord if y'all want to get on here.
But make sure y'all follow us on all social media. If anything happens in the news, tweet it at me. Tweet us some questions that you would like to hear us talk about, like some topics that you would want us to talk about on the banter. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9:30 or 10 o'clock, sometime in there. And you know it's Friday, man. So I think I'm about to play 2K. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna figure it out. But I love each and every last one of y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through.
I'm not touching no 2K today, though. I'm sorry. Season 5 dropped. Season 5. I'll play 2K when 2K19 drops. Y'all gonna see me there every day. And I was,
he playing season.
I was never loud.
5 on the Xbox.
Never loud.
Playing season 5 on the Xbox.
I play on PC too, man. Depending, I could adjust depending. But 2K19, I'm getting a squad. Never lost. That's the motto.
Never lost.
Never lost. Alright, so you already know, man.
Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Check out Brutalsim. Until next time. It's your boy Jai-Eazy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People Champ.
That's up.
I'll be over there. Yeah, and we go. Never lost.